Howdy fellas, we're back with Minecraft for episode 13 of this series. This here villager breeder, and I believe, we got some people, and we got a little duty in there, very nice. I believe this is actually the perfect amount. Yeah, it is. It's actually the perfect amount for what I want to do. We are going to, as I'm sure you can tell by the title and thumbnail and, video generally, make the iron farm today. Been planning to do it for a long time. Anyone who has been watching these even vaguely consistently, I mentioned it in the past like 3 episodes, I think. But today we're actually doing it. We've got the villagers, we've got everything set up. All we need to do is make it, and materials, and, the usual. So, if you enjoy, please do me a favour, drop a like and consider subscribing. It helps me out a ton, gets me out to more people. And if you want to see the previous episodes, see how we go here, check the playlist, which is, as always, in the description. And let's get straight into it. So, first things first, I am going to, mark out the area that I need here. The design that I am using for it, I will find out on YouTube, because to be honest I forgot where it was, but like the villager breeder, it is someone else's design. I will link the playlist in the description and the pinned comment, so go check out their video. I'll put it on the screen now as well so that you can see who it is. I feel bad for not remembering the name, but go check that out. That's the design I'm using. And yeah, let's start with this. So we want to do a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now this may seem like inconsequential numbers, but this is the amount of paths that I'm doing. You only need, I believe, 7 paths on, like, each side of the, like, in each direction from the, from the villagers. But, I am going to be building a design over it, making it look a bit more interesting. So, we're going to need, to change it up a little bit based on the dimensions of the design. So that's why the numbers may seem a bit strange. So I think what we did, 8 on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's gonna make it 8. That's gonna make it 7. And that side's gonna make it 7. So we want to start here. Okay, I'm just gonna mark this out with a raised level. I'm trying to remember how I did this. It is a not too big design. To be honest, the main area is taken up by these path blocks. But there is like a main centerpiece, which is where the villagers reside and where the iron golems are spawned from. And that is only like 3 by 5 by 4, I believe, like 4 down and then 3 by 5. So that's not too bad to actually make. Doesn't take up too much space. It's just mainly the paths that I build around the edge. So if that's that, we're gonna go hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's no, because the wall needs to start here. This is very sloppy. Hold on. Give me a second to make sure I've counted this correctly. Okay, I did count it correctly, and I have marked out where I will be placing walls in the future. And now we just need to dig out this area, and I am going to try and make it look a little bit, like, clean, like, not leaving the edge, like, going up into a kind of hill like that, Oh, don't really want to be leaving holes in the floor either. But yeah. Oh, I forgot about this. Yeah, that's going to be kind of annoying to fill in but you know, it's fine. We can deal with this. You know, I've dug into the side of a massive mountain before and still sculpted that, but I'm sure I can manage this little hill here. But anyway, yeah, all I'm doing is just flattening out this area. It is a okay, I don't remember the actual dimensions. It comes off the front 9 blocks that way. It goes 7 blocks that way, 8 blocks that way, and 8 blocks that way. Very uneven, but it is to compensate, like I said, for the design that's going to be going over the front. So, if it seems weird, that is why. So I'm just going to get this marked out and finished with these path blocks right here, and I'll get back to you. Give me 1 second. Okie dokie. I've got the base layer lined up here. We've got the outside figured out and done. I've lined up the path with the other side as well. Why does this keep resetting my settings? Hold on a minute. There's every time I, oh, that's interesting. Every time I go on, like, the new game, it resets all of this back down. Resets that to unlimited. Resets, smooth lighting to on. I don't know why it does that. Is smooth lighting even good? It looks weird on paths. You know what? We'll have it. But anyway, we got it done. We've got the paths lined up. It is 8 out the back, I think. Yeah, 8 out the back, 8 out this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 at the front and 7 on the right. And what we need now is to go back to the Badlands biome that we found. Found it by the desert. I don't remember what episode I went to go find the desert on. Excuse me. I don't remember what episode I went to go find the desert on, but the Badlands biome that was next to that, if any of you were there for that episode and you remember, I'm going to go back there, and we need to grab some terracotta, and I'm probably going to get a bunch of sand while I'm there as well, just because, I mean, it's a desert and it's not like they're going to run out. So yeah, that is the next piece of the I don't know, puzzle, I guess. Also, this ore just came from, basically, I was in a cave. Because turns out there are a lot of caves under where I'm doing stuff. So there were a bunch of caves, and that was it. I just found that stuff underneath. So yeah, we need to go to the desert. And I might meet you there. I might just go grab the stuff and come back, because anyone who's seen that last episode, you'll have seen it. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna go grab the materials from there and come back. If anything interesting happens, I'll cut back in. But otherwise, I'll see you back in a minute with the materials. So I'm almost at the desert, and I know it's not a big thing, but I found the warm chickens. I kind of forgot that these new variants were a thing, to be honest, but he looks cool. What a guy. It's weird seeing, like, stripy chickens. Like, stripy orange dudes. That's pretty cool. Also, I found a lot of villages while I've been going. I found a village there. There's a savannah village over here that I'm going to go mark down. But yeah, we're almost there. I just wanted to show you that warm chicken, because I haven't actually seen any, like, warm or cold variants of mobs yet. So it looks pretty cool. I like it. So it's a small detail, but I like that they've done that. So anyway, I'll be back when I'm done. Okay, so for the second time, I'm not actually back yet, but, like, speaking of warm animals, look at this. Look at the warm cow. This is so cool. I mean, eventually, I do want to get, like, warm and cold variants of the animals and kind of, like, keep them separately. Like, I want to get a mix of all the different types, but it's going to be so painful dragging, like, this like, 2 of these cows back to the house. It's just going to be painful, but still, it'll be cool to get it done eventually. And I did just see a cat on the hill. Where is it? There he is. Hello. Yeah, I've seen dogs as well. Like, I saw forest dogs, but I forgot to bring bones out again, so I don't have them. But eventually I'll remember to bring bones when I'm going somewhere. And then you know, we'll get more dogs. Anyway, that should actually be it for now. Okay, so I was wrong again, but I found an armadillo. I know that these are how you get wolf armor, but I don't know how to... Like, I ran up to it and it dropped a scoot. Like, look. Oh, this one doesn't do it. Wait, what? Oh, there we go. So every time they... yeah. Every time they, like, curl up, they drop a scoot. Hello, sir. Look at him. What a cool guy. Can you tame them? I don't actually know. These are really cool. I like these guys. Hello. I found your scoot. Look at him. This is sick, man. I mean, I feel like it would be better if Mojang added, you know, stuff more often than once every 12 years. But still, this is quite cool. I like this. Anyway, back to the adventure. Okay, yet again, I was wrong about how, like, you know, how many things I'm doing. I'm just going to stop saying that I've only got a limited number left. But anyway, I found brown eggs. I did not know that was a thing. I don't actually know if it, like, has any difference compared to normal ones. But, like, I've got brown eggs now, I guess. Also, I forgot to mention, I found a bundle. Which apparently can hold, like, overall 64 items, but they can be a mix. So I just shoved a bunch of random stuff in it that I didn't want blocking up my inventory, so that's quite cool. It's like a mini shulker box, but, like, way worse. I also found another outpost there. A big jungle biome. I'm not sure if this is the one that I already marked down or not. It could be, because it's right by the Badlands. But the original outpost I found is only over there. Hold on, let me get a better view. I forgot I called this Yarg. Anyway, the original one I found is only over there. And then we've got another one there, which is very, very cool. And I don't know if I marked that down. I probably did, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm finding a lot of stuff. So, yeah, I'm just going to keep coming back if I find anything else. Okay, we're finally back. And I've got all the materials that I need. I have deposited them in the chest. But the main things that we actually need for this, I've got sand for glass. I don't need glass for this, but that's just general future proofing. Got a bunch of terracotta because I'm going to be using a mix of that and wool for this build. So I'm going to build the actual like inner mechanics of it first. And then we will do the like outer casing wall bit afterwards. So just need to get some of this so that it's not so that I've got enough for later. We only really need light grey and white for this, so that should be enough for now, and they can start to regrow. So let's get started on the actual build, or the actual farm, sorry. I need to dig this down 4 blocks, and then we're gonna need to get some other materials soon, like we need a hopper, we need chest, we need I don't know, we need other stuff. We need water, we need signs, we need lava. So, need to get all of that afterwards as well. 3. And the lava and all that should be easy, because, I mean, we've got the nether that we can just quickly run into. So, here. We want the village centre. I've learned about how a village centre works. Apparently, it is based on the first bed that a villager is attached to, and it's centered on the head of the bed. So I'm going to just put these slabs in here so that no golems can spawn there, and a bed there. So the center of the village should be right here in the middle now, after I get the first villager in. So I'm going to save the rest of these beds until we get the other villagers, because then first villager that I get in here, I'm going to just probably go and get him now, so that he can, you know, stick to this bed and we can get that going. get the village center in the right place so that the iron golems have the right spawn radius. So, I do actually need to figure out a way to get in and out without building every time, because we don't want to have the villagers just walking out. But that's fine. Oh, we got 7 of them now. Wow, I really took my time. Okay. Do I have any ladders? No, I don't. Can I make any? No, because I left my crafting table in the house. Yay! Okay, give me a second. Okay, after a very long time of doing things and moving villages and whatever, here they are. The 5 villagers who will be spending the rest of their life in this hole. Now, the next step is to build the wall. I'm going to leave an opening in it because I do still want to be able to get in and out. Actually, you know what? We don't need access to them anymore. Let's just cover these dudes up. Okay. Now I just want to quickly kind of preemptively sort this bit out. Gonna get the chest in here. There we go. And I need a hopper into there. And then hoppers all around this corner like that. Okay. Now this... Oh, lovely. This needs to be 3 layers. But I am going to do it for more than 3 layers because... Oh, well, only in this corner. Because this is where the lava's going to sit, right in that corner there. But, you know, as you can tell, my building style involves a lot of wool. And one time when I was testing it, it fully burnt down, which is not ideal. I also entirely miscounted how many walls I needed, so I'm just going to quickly get the materials for that. But yeah, we're going to build up the corner a little bit extra because the lava will otherwise burn down the entire building. Except the terracotta, I guess, but, you know, you get the idea. And when we get this, skadoosh, that might not be enough. There we go. We are going to be building, if you can't tell by the title, and also, you know, the theme that I've been going with so far. We're going to be building an iron golem head over the top of this. Because, you know, it's an iron farm, so it's... I feel like it fits, probably. It's not going to be perfect, because it turns out it's weirdly difficult to actually do, like, a perfectly accurate iron golem head. Just even, like, not necessarily in, like, shape, just in colour, because turns out there's a lot of shades that go into an iron golem head. And there's not that many shades in the actual game. So that makes it a bit difficult. But we need signs. There we go. 3 signs is exactly enough. We need to go skadoosh, skafoosh, and skabloosh. And that is where the lava goes. And as you can tell, it's, you know, covered off a bit more so that it's not bursting out sparks onto the wall. And the water goes in this corner, but I'm just going to pick up my crafting table first. Yeah, so water goes in that corner, and it should, yep, spreads over. So iron golems will spawn in there, be pushed over onto the lava side. So that's the actual functional aspect finished now. Of the entire thing, really. So, yeah, as you can tell, it doesn't really look great currently. But it will have, like I said, the iron golem head on it, so it'll be more like that. Because, you know, I mean, the cow farm, that building looks good by itself anyway, but it's got a bit more character to it with the head on it. So, iron golem head on here will add that extra little splash of character that we need. So I just need to get the materials for that now. The terracotta, obviously, we've already farmed it all and whatever, but I need to go and dye it. And we need some more white wool from these fellas. I believe I have all the light grey that I need, but we can, oh, it doesn't hurt to have extra. So, we're just gonna, there we go. And let's grab the terracotta back, because I need to dye it grey, and also white. I need white and grey terracotta. I don't know how much white dye that I have. Well, not white dye, grey dye. Or is it grey or is it light grey? I don't remember. Give me a second just to quickly check that. Okay, after checking, I actually need light grey and grey. So, that'll be interesting. I mean, I should have ink sacs somewhere. Did I use all the ink sacs? Oh. Well, that's not good. You know what? Oh, I'm gonna have to go and kill more squids. Ugh. That's just annoying. Right, well, I'm gonna need this for the white dye. I'll take this extra white wool just in case it takes more than I thought it did. We're gonna need black wool and red wool as well. You know, I can deposit this dye, right? So, black wool, red wool. We've got the white dye, grey dye, light grey dye. Is there anything else that we really need? Let me think. I don't need these buckets. I believe that is it for the materials. I just need to pick up the terracotta out of here. There we go. And figure out how easy it is to dye it. So how much dye do I actually need? Is it like that? Like glass? Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. That's very nice. Actually, you know what? I only need one grey. I believe that's all the grey that I actually need. I think. Need one brown. And light grey. How much light grey do I actually need? I think. You need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need 9, I believe. Only 9's not that bad, you know. I mean, I'm gonna have to craft 2 sets anyway if I need 9, because it's sets of 8, which is obviously incredibly helpful. But if I just put that into there, like that, and round, there we go. There's all the light grey that we need. Now we need a decent amount of white. So I think, you know what? I'm gonna just craft 4 sets, and then if we need more afterwards, we can make it quite easily. Need the set of brown as well. There we go. Right, I'm gonna keep the bone meal because we might need extra. Deposit them in there. Stick that in there. I think that's it for the terracotta, I believe. So now we just need, like I said, the red wool and the black wool after I sleep. And now that I've got those, we can get to going. That skeleton does not look friendly. Actually, wait, I reckon I can get a... Can I get a music disc out of this? Skeletron? Whoa! Okay, well not like that, I can't. Hey skeleton. Hey skeleton. Yeah, walk in the sun, you big doofus. Okay, please don't hurt me. Thank you. Now I need to fill in the hole. Oh, you know, I forgot that this was completely hollow, to be honest. I forgot this wasn't natural. I'm pretty sure I only fixed it like 2 episodes ago. Ah well. On to more important things. Oh, there's some extra bones. That's not too bad. It's quite useful, actually. Right. Let's get this going. So, shears I don't need. They're getting in the way. Give me the white, and we shall begin. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The way that this is built, these do actually replace the right wall, but that's fine. Also, I believe the villagers should have slept by now, so they might be able to spawn iron golems already. which would be nice, as long as they don't spawn on here, which they can. Not after it's finished, because it'll be too tall, but for now they can. So, just need to remember how I actually did this, and I'm going to get the nose in place here. The nose comes out 2 blocks for some reason. Not really sure why. I believe it's 8 up like that. Could be wrong about that. Oh, what? I did not make enough white terracotta. Holy, I did not make enough. Okay, well, let's just get this built. I believe that to be correct. It is, yeah. Okay, right. We need, what do we need? We need these 2. And I believe it is this point where I put the red. Like that. And let me just put the white across in the middle. I do want to fill in this gap so that iron golems can't spawn in it. Let's just use some wood. I've got spare. There we go. What was I doing? Oh yeah. And then, what was it? That level? Yeah. Okay, well, this is what we brought dirt for. There we go. The light grey, white comes up, red in the corner of the eye, and black over it. And then the black wall's done now. And we just need a line of grey across the top with the white there. Okie dokie. That's the actual face bit, I believe, complete. I want to double check that nose. That doesn't look right to me, but to be fair, I could have... hold on. Okay, I did do it right. It just looks strange because, you know, obviously I've not done anything else on the build yet. So, we need to make more white terracotta, so give me... You know what, let's just make a stack of it, because that should at least put me closer to enough. Probably won't be enough, but you never know. Why did I path that? I need to build back up. I am a very smart man. Right. Another line of white terracotta across the top of this. We don't actually need to hold the grey anymore. Give me these. Right. Ooh. That was an impeccable voice crack. Right. Line of grey wool. And then 2 layers of white wool. At the top, I'm going to need more white wool than this. This is not going to be enough. Because it's quite tall, but there's a lot of white wool that gets used like around the back and sides. Look at that. You can see the shape starting to form. And yeah, it's not perfect in colour, but like I said, there's a lot of shades that go into an iron golem that you can't actually really do very easily in the normal game. So, well, I don't know why I specified normal, just in the game. Right, I'm digging here because I want to leave space for an extra chest when necessary. And now we want to be digging upwards towards the surface to make a staircase. But I'm filling this in because I'm going to make the staircase out of paths so that iron golems can't spawn on it. And with paths, as you can see over the blocks. So, you know, given we don't want that, I'm just filling in the background bit. Right. Paths there as well. There we go. So this is now spawn proof and goes down to the chest. Very cool. I might... You know what? I'm just going to block that off there. Yeah, that works. Right. So we have the staircase down to the chest. Now, for the actual design aspect, we need to go 1. Let me make this a bit easier for myself. 2, 3, 4. And then 2 block gap. And 1, 2, 3. And then... like that. I don't really know why these lines are there on an iron golem, but they are. I mean, this is kind of weird, building stuff like this, because it forces you to actually, like, pay way more attention to the design of stuff than you normally would. And it's quite interesting, but all the same, still weird sometimes because, you know, it sparks questions like, why are there random white lines on the side of a Iron Golem's face, for example? To which I have no idea of the answer. Anyway, that should be 2, and then 1, and then 2. I'm trying to memorize these designs as I make them now, so that I don't have to keep checking the other world. However, I'm not perfect at it, and I don't remember how I did this bit. Okay, well, so much for not checking the other map. Give me a sec. Okay, turns out I did it right the first time before I corrected it, so, you know, professional as always. Let me just stack this around the back. How long is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I did not need to go that far in. That is the wrong block. Ooh, it's going well today. Oh, come on, get rid of that. Okay. So I need to... Can I reach up there? Oh, I can. Look at that. Professional. And then... And then... Look at that. Don't even have to build up. Right, if we break this, replace it with wool. Break this, and this. That, I believe, is almost all of the grey wool that we need to use. I may have to go and get some more, looking at the numbers. But that's the same for white wool, so I'm going to generally need a bit more of that. Anyway. Let's just fill this in a little bit. Skadoosh, skapeesh, skapoush, skaposh, and skapoosh. That's incredible building noises there. We're just filling in the rest of this. Fill in these gaps. Good. There we go. Fill in those gaps as well. Did I do it on this side? I did not. There we go. And now I've used all the terracotta that I need to. And you can really see the shape of it starting to form. Again, still not complete, obviously, as you can tell by the massive hole in his head. Oh, well, the massive hole where his head should be. But that is what the wool is for. I'm going to just quickly place in what wool we have. And then we can go and get some extra when we run out. And when we run out would be right about now. It's filled in a little bit. I'm probably going to need like a stack and a half maybe of white wool, which is going to take me a second to get, and I need to sleep now anyway. So it's probably going to be like another Minecraft day before it's done. But yeah, we're making decent progress. It's looking good. That's it really. I'm happy with it so far. So I'm going to grab the rest of the wool that I need, and I'll be back with you in just a second. Well, I came down here to make sure that the beds were in the right place and the villagers were attached properly and everything. And I gave them a night to sleep in to make sure they could actually spawn iron golems. And as you heard by the start of this, you heard the iron golem die. Well, yeah, you heard the iron golem dying in here. So there should be some iron in the chest now. But you also will have seen that zombie there, which is not something we want. And I kind of forgot that they could just walk in here. Ah, he would appear to have died. Oh well, let's see this. Hey, first bit of iron. Nice. Right. I've still not finished getting all the wool. But, yeah, I just wanted to show you that because I was under there and the iron golem started dying. Wanted to loop you in on the first kill of the farm. Also, I'm not going to just stock up the materials and come back. I'm going to come back when it's finished because I realised you've already seen a lot of the build in progress, so there's not much point. But yeah, I'll be back when this is done. Okay, well, I was going to come back when it's finished, but as you can see, there seem to be some problems. Why is he not moving? Excuse me, sir. you mind following the flow? Can I... Is he just completely stuck? He appears to be. Eh, 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 eh. I don't know why he's not moving. Here we go. Yeah, I'm not sure why that happened, but that shouldn't happen again. But anyway, yeah, just thought you might find it interesting to know that I'm such a professional builder that the builds don't even work sometimes. Yeah, anyway, that should actually be the final thing. And hopefully this isn't like the trip to the Badlands where I just find 28 different things to cut back to. Okay, finally, after about 4 hours of consistent recording, I have finished the build. It's functioning. The iron is in the chest. I think we've got about 11. Like 11 iron, I think, and a poppy. The build around it's finished. It's nice. It's clean. It's finished. I think it's looking good. And here it is. Now, oh, you can hear the iron golem dying. Hold on. Let's see this. Watch these sweet numbers go up. In a minute. Wait, look at that. Ooh, we got 5. Nice. Anyway. Yes, it is weirdly skin colored. But to be fair, until I was actually, like, making this, I didn't realize that iron golems are weirdly. But yeah, we got the white wool filling in. The back's kind of basic, but again, for some reason, that's just what they look like. So yeah, it's finished. The massive area of paths around it might look slightly out of theme, but it's part of the build. And I mean, you know, without them, it wouldn't work. It's either this or just put slabs everywhere, and this probably looks better. And then the build, I think, fits in with the feel of the area very nicely. Because we've got that now, we've got the cactus here, obviously, you know, the bees over there, the wool that started this kind of trend of building for me. The cow farm, obviously, you know, it's looking good, it fits the theme. I think it squeezes in the area quite nicely. So, if you enjoyed, please do me a favour, drop a like and consider subscribing, because it helps me out a ton, gets me out to more people. I'm trying to grow. If you have any ideas for future builds, future farms, I don't know, just future things, like, I don't know, someone comments it, I could build a Tesco over there or something, I don't know. Any ideas, give me them. Any ideas for pet names? I still don't have any. I mean, I don't have the name tags for it currently, but even so, I'll take suggestions. But yeah, if you want to see the previous ones, they're in the playlist in the description. Future ones will be. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.